Have you ever pondered the role of spies in shaping the course of history and modern warfare? In the tapestry of time, woven with the threads of power, politics, and progress, there are secret strands, often overlooked. These strands, my friends, are the stories of the spies, the silent shadows of history. Let us journey back to the time of ancient empires, where the art of espionage was born. The mighty rulers of these realms quickly recognized the power of information. They cultivated networks of spies, the unseen eyes and ears that could tip the balance of power. These spies were the invisible soldiers on the front lines, risking their lives for information, their weapon of choice being deception and subterfuge. The stakes were high, the rewards substantial, but so were the risks. A spy caught in the act faced a fate worse than death. Torture, humiliation, and a public execution were often the grim rewards for their daring ventures. Yet despite the perils, they dared to tread the treacherous path, for they knew that their work could alter the course of wars and the destiny of nations. Fast forward to modern times, the age of technology and surveillance. The game of spying has evolved, but its essence remains the same. Today's spies might be armed with high-tech gadgets and cutting-edge technologies, but they still rely on the age-old skills of deception, manipulation, and courage. And in times of tension, spies become pawns in a larger game, exchanged to reduce hostilities between nations. It's a chilling reminder of the high stakes and the cold realities of international politics. The world of spies is a murky one, filled with intrigue, danger, and high stakes. It's a world where truth is often stranger than fiction, and where the line between hero and villain is blurred. So, buckle up as we embark on a journey through the silent shadows of history, the spies. Did you know that the art of espionage dates back to ancient times? Indeed, the shadows of spies have lingered in the corridors of history longer than most realize. Ancient empires such as Egypt, Greece, and Rome were subtle masters of this dark craft. In the sun-baked sands of Egypt, the pharaohs employed a network of spies to maintain their divine rule. They used these unseen eyes and ears to monitor potential threats within their own courts, as well as to gather information about their enemies. Their methods were ingenious, employing everything from coded messages to secretive courier networks. Across the Mediterranean, the city-states of Greece also recognized the value of espionage. The Greeks used spies to gather military intelligence, often dispatching them behind enemy lines before a battle. These brave individuals would infiltrate enemy camps, blend in with the locals, and relay vital information back to their leaders. Their information influenced strategic decisions, often tipping the scales of war in their favor. Meanwhile, the mighty Roman Empire elevated espionage to a whole new level. In Rome, spying wasn't just a military tactic, it was a political tool. The Roman emperors used spies to keep tabs on the Senate, the military, and even the general populace. They also dispatched spies abroad to gather information on potential threats and opportunities. The Romans were particularly adept at turning enemy spies into double agents, using them to feed false information to their adversaries. Yet the life of a spy was fraught with danger. If caught, they faced severe punishments, often culminating in a public execution. It was a high-stakes game of deception and betrayal, where one wrong move could mean the difference between life and death. As we can see, the ancient empires were pioneers in the art of deception, setting the stage for espionage as we know it today. Their innovative techniques and daring exploits continue to influence modern practices in intelligence gathering and counterintelligence. Truly, the echoes of their covert operations still resonate in the world of espionage today. As we step into the Dark Ages, the art of spying takes a fascinating turn. The Dark Ages, a period often perceived as one of decline, was ironically a time of great advancement in one area, the world of espionage. It was during this era that a new science emerged, one that would forever change the way spies operated. This was none other than the science of secret writing, or as we know it today, cryptography. Cryptography, from the Greek kryptos, meaning hidden, and graphia, meaning writing, was the perfect tool for spies. In an age where messages were often intercepted and read by unintended recipients, the ability to encode a message was invaluable. The spies of the Dark Ages understood this, and so they became pioneers in the field of cryptography. But how did they do it? Well, they started with simple substitution ciphers. These were codes where each letter in a message was replaced by another letter, number, or symbol. This basic form of encryption was enough to baffle most unintended recipients. For the spies of the Dark Ages, it was a game changer. As time went on, these codes grew more complex. Spies began to use transposition ciphers, where the letters in a message were jumbled up according to a specific pattern. They also developed frequency analysis, a technique used to crack codes by analyzing the frequency of letters or groups of letters in a coded message. These advancements in cryptography didn't just stay in the shadows of the spy world. They had far-reaching implications, influencing the development of modern-day computer science and data security. In fact, every time you send a secure email or make a transaction online, you're using principles of cryptography that were born in the Dark Ages. So, while the Dark Ages may have been a time of turmoil and confusion, they were also a time of innovation and progress in the field of espionage. The spies of this era didn't just survive, they thrived, thanks to the birth of cryptography. The Dark Ages, thus, gave birth to an entirely new dimension of spying: cryptography. Fast forward to the 20th century, espionage took on an even more critical role in modern warfare. World Wars I and II brought a new dimension to the art of espionage. Spies infiltrated enemy lines, gathering vital information that could turn the tide of the war. They were the unsung heroes, the silent warriors, whose actions far from the battlefield had significant impacts on the outcomes of these events. Take, for instance, the British Secret Service during World War II. Their spies, embedded deep within Nazi Germany, were instrumental in providing intelligence that led to the successful execution of key operations. Similarly, the Soviet Union's Red Orchestra network of spies played a crucial role in gathering information about Hitler's invasion plans. But espionage wasn't just about humans on the ground. The 20th century marked the rise of technology in modern warfare. Radio telegraph and later the internet became powerful tools for spies. Codes and ciphers became more complex, leading to the development of advanced cryptanalysis techniques. Signals intelligence, or SIGINT, became a key aspect of espionage, with nations investing heavily in technologies to intercept and decipher enemy communications. This era also saw the rise of spy agencies. The CIA in the United States, the KGB in the Soviet Union, MI6 in the United Kingdom. These organizations became the backbone of their respective nations' intelligence operations. They were responsible for training spies, gathering intelligence, and conducting covert operations. But being a spy was, and still is, a dangerous job. Those caught faced severe punishments, often including execution. Yet, despite the risks, these individuals put their lives on the line for their countries, playing a pivotal role in shaping major global events. Thus, the role of espionage in modern warfare has grown exponentially, with spies playing a pivotal part in shaping global events. Today, the world of espionage has evolved even further, with spies often being used as pawns in the larger game of international diplomacy. The cloak and dagger world of spying now includes an intriguing element: the exchange of spies between nations. Much like a high-stakes game of chess, captured spies are traded back to their home countries, not just as a gesture of goodwill, but also as a strategic move aimed at reducing tensions. The infamous Glenicke Bridge, also known as the Bridge of Spies, stands as a testament to this practice, having witnessed numerous spy exchanges during the Cold War. But as we move forward, the face of espionage is rapidly changing. Technology and cyberspace have become the new battlegrounds. Gone are the days of trench coats and hidden microfilm. Today's spies are armed with sophisticated hacking tools, capable of infiltrating secure networks and systems from thousands of miles away. The spies of tomorrow won't just be individuals. They will be intelligent algorithms and autonomous drones, silently gathering intelligence in the digital ether. And yet, despite these advancements, the fundamental principles of espionage remain the same. Deception, stealth, and the quest for knowledge are as relevant today as they were in the courts of ancient empires. The methods have changed, but the game remains the same. The future of espionage is likely to be a blend of the old and the new. Human intelligence will continue to play a crucial role, working hand in hand with technology. The exchange of spies, a practice steeped in tradition and diplomacy, will also likely persist, serving as a reminder of the human element in this shadowy world. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the role of spies will continue to be integral in shaping our world. remaining as the silent shadows of history.